Hello, Dr. Groves and classmates. My name is Nicole Dalton, and this is my introduction to MPA 530, Public Finance and Budgeting. A little bit about myself. I have two dogs, Nashville and Bronco. Bronco is a little bit bigger now than he is in that picture, and these are the neediest dogs that I have ever met in my entire life, but I would not change it for the world. They are the greatest thing to come home to. And the people on the right is my family, also known as the Dalton Gang. I am so grateful to them now being in my last semester of this program. I don't know how I would have survived without them, so I'm so grateful for their support, and they are the best. I currently work for the City of Rancho Cucamonga as the Community Affairs Coordinator for the City Manager's Office. And I've been in this role for about 2 years now. And when I first started this job, I felt like I was never going to get the hang of it. It felt like I was always tripping and falling and was never going to understand. But now, 2 years later, I can see how far I've come. And I think I felt that way originally because when I started this job, there's no guidebook on how to do things. Every situation and scenario is different. And one day I could be working for the police department, the next day working for the animal center, the next day working for public works. So there's just a lot to it, and you have to just learn with experience and be able to pull from past experiences and adjust in order to fit the scenario that you're working on for that day. And although it's overwhelming and stressful at times, I would not change my job for the world because I love that I'm always kept on my toes. I can get involved in different projects that I never thought imaginable. So although it's a little stressful and a lot of responsibility, I would not change my job for the world, and I continue to look forward to growing in this position. The first memory that I have from my childhood and money and budgeting was a lesson that I learned from my dad. And I am on the right here, so I was probably 6 or 7, but I think my dad started giving me this lesson probably sooner than that. And the lesson from my dad was that credit bad, money good. So he probably told me this as soon as I could start talking. And he wanted to give me this lesson was that if you open up lines of credit and you don't have the cash to pay for certain things, then that's going to hurt you eventually. Obviously, there's more to this lesson, and credit is good. You need to build your credit as an adult in order to buy certain things, but he wanted to teach me from the start that you need to have money in order to own anything. And so the first time I really started saving my money and learning how to use it was when I wanted to buy a beach cruiser. I wanted to buy a beach cruiser that was probably like $300, so I spent probably 2 years saving money from birthdays, Christmas, and then also saving cans and actually taking it to recycle so then I could actually earn the money in order to get the bike. And it taught you how to manage it and how to save money. So I am super grateful to my dad for teaching me this lesson at such a young age, and it is definitely something that I've carried throughout my adulthood. So the budget that I would be interested in looking at for the purposes of this class would be the Rancho Cucamonga Fire District's budget for community relations. A career goal of mine is to be a public information officer for either the fire department or police department, so it would be interesting to have more information on this. And this budget is $154,750, and this is for the fiscal year 2020/21. And this budget runs from July 1st, 2020, and it ends on July 30th, 2021. And there's two different things identified for this budget, and it is personal services and operations and maintenance. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I look forward to reading any feedback you may have for me and also working with you for the next 8 weeks.